Hey, all you rad dads out there.
Hey, welcome to the show, Brian. Who are you?
What's up? My name's Brian. I live in Minnesota and I'm from the band Koo Koo, and we're from Minnesota-ish.
There we
And I'm a
go.
dad I'm a dad of two kids.
Okay, well, how old are your two kids?
I've got Gus, he's 8, and I've got Dawson, he's 5. So right in the pocket.
There we go. Yeah, I
And
think
they get to play video games for an hour every Sunday, and so we were just playing Mario Party,
there we go.
playing some video games.
I love it. I have two. I have like my 14-year-olds who you've met, and actually
Yep.
you have met my little
I
guy,
met I met the new baby, but
Kyler.
not a
Yeah,
baby anymore, probably.
no, he's 3. I feel a bit guilty because he's on the iPad right now while I quickly do this.
Don't feel guilty. That's how dads get to work and mom gets to work sometimes.
There we go. So the last time we talked was probably about four years ago then. Four or
No,
5 years
I
ago.
it's got to
Yeah.
be more.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Well,
talked in person, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the interview though, when do you think it was? I should have looked it up, but Gus probably would have
It
been
had to
about
be
3.
2018 or 2019.
There we
It would
go.
have been, yeah, maybe.
Gus was fresh. What has changed
Oh
in,
my
in
gosh,
fatherhood? In
so,
fatherhood, are you
so
still a
much
rad
stuff.
dad? Are you still a rad dad?
I'd say I'm even more of a rad dad. I've chilled out. I've gotten my meds all figured out, and I let them I let them be them even more than I did before. So
In what
I, I
way?
I'm more confident in being a dad about seeing them at their level and just dropping all my garbage of what you think you want them to be or what expectations are. Or I think the biggest thing I've dropped is worrying about what other parents think in public. That was kind of a biggie. Once in a while, like it sneaks up on you. You know, your kid does something different than maybe what the group's doing, and you want to make an apology or something like that. But now it's just like, forget it, forget it. They're just flying their freak flag, and that's a great thing.
There we go. That actually, you bring that up. My little guy was at a kids kind of movement class yesterday, and
Yeah,
there's this one kid that just runs rampant, and the instructors has to like chase him around while all the other kids are waiting. And I'm just like, yeah, all good. They're 3.
yeah, yeah. They're just doing their thing.
There we go. How did you like come up with that kind of realization? Is it just an age thing, or was it just was there a kind of a moment, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna
I think
bother with
uh,
this anymore.
I think you see it mirrored in other parents, and you're like, "Ooh, I don't want to do that," and then you have to consciously like cut it out on your own. You have to you see other parents maybe, or you see other parents apologizing for their kids, and you're like, I don't want to do that. I kind of just want to be comfortable with them, and if it irks other parents a little bit, then so be it. So be it. Oh yeah. Also, it's just I don't want to stifle their own personalities for no reason. So I want to just see where they fly, and yeah, I'm just there as a guide, not as a hinder.
There we go. How do you guide them? What's those conversations look like?
We do kind of pre and post talks. We don't do a lot of stuff in the moment, and we like we're like my oldest was about to play baseball, and we kind of have a chat on the way to the game about questions they have or things to look out for, instead of like he doesn't like us talking to him at the game. He's like, don't bark stuff at us. Don't he says we can only clap, no cheering, and kind of like a pre and post um, breakdown a little bit, you know. Nothing hardcore. Just so I'm trying to think. How do we do that? We have a lot of conversations. We have a lot of open conversations about what's going on, and it just kind of happens naturally. Just letting them be. It's hard to talk about parenthood in that way because I'm kind of a free flow parent. Just I'm around. I'm around as a guide. That's
Is
about
it
it.
Is that a conscious thing? Like you want to be that kind of free flow parent, or is
Yeah,
this that more
totally.
of a personality too?
It could be a little bit of a mix, but it's a conscious thing. It was a conscious thing, like growing up. I guess I don't have any pets. I don't have like a dog or a cat because I didn't grow up with a pet, so I don't know what to do with them. But I did grow up like babysitting, and I did grow up being a camp counselor. So I feel like I can see kids a lot, and I saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of do's and don'ts early on. So it is a conscious thing to take your foot off the gas and let them be a little bit, regardless of what is going to happen. I kind of want to let it be in a little experiment.
There we go. I love the scientific nature of that kind of piece being a science teacher. Oh yeah, you said the kind of the do's and don'ts to try to not to put you on the spot here, although all these questions are kind of putting you on the spot
Yeah,
here.
no, that's okay. That's okay.
Could you list two do's and two don'ts?
Of being a dad,
Yeah.
that is putting me on the spot. Okay, a do. Let's see. What should you do as a dad? You you should wrestle your kids. That's a do. I think kids, regardless of gender, need to get some physicality out, especially at a young age. And so you should get in there and toss them around a little bit. That I remember actually reading something about that, helping their like neural pathways like connect more when they can have physicality. A don't belittle your kids in public or talk smack about them to other parents. And let's see, another do. This is getting a little preachy, though. This is a
I know
little.
we're usually not a we could go. We got one of each. I want to actually talk about that wrestling one.
Wait, I got one more do.
Okay. Okay.
Regardless of how good you are at cooking or not, because I'm garbage at cooking, but my wife's so good at it. I think both people in their lives, or if they only have one, you gotta cook for your kid in some way, even if it's cooking pizzas. You know what I mean? Just to show them like this is the meal I provide. Are you a good cook?
I am. I like to.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's so great.
I love cooking. I do,
I'm a
and
mac and cheese and pancakes guy. That's my
uh,
level.
I could do that too. But I like to meal plan and all that stuff. I'm not saying that we
Oh,
don't have pizza and mac and cheese here, but
no,
we
that's such
definitely
a
do.
benefit. That's such a benefit. I'm saying is that I wish I had that skill.
Right, right.
I wish I had the skill. I try to do like a new recipe and I burn a lot of stuff. I'm pretty out there.
There we go. Do you have one more don't? You got the belittle,
Well, yeah,
talk
let's
smack.
think. Belittle, don't talk smack. Don't don't force your kids to do something. That's another thing. My wife and I were talking about like she was kind of forced to play the flute growing up and she played it for like 10 years and I was like, "Why? Why did you do that?" Didn't you ever say no? That's the only thing. Sometimes you gotta tell them to brush their teeth. I'm not saying not anything, but like
Yeah.
yeah, don't force your kid to like do something they don't want to. My
It,
kid, we played soccer for a little bit, and then halfway through the season, he was like, he did it for 3 years, and halfway through the season, he was like, I just don't like to run after the second half. I was like, all right, touche. He tried it out, he gave it a shot, and then he talked to his friends on the team, and he was like, we're gonna bow out. I know that's like a parent thing, like they're like, no, you gotta learn to sign up. Whatever you signed up for, you need to finish. But this kid was miserable, and so I was like, all right, you can
I
quit.
I've coached a few kids in hockey with that, and it's painful because you see the pain in their face. They just don't want to be there. And
Oh
as a
yeah,
coach, you have to, you want to encourage them. But
totally.
I kind of like, yeah, I've had this talk before. Have I thought about this forcing? Like, isn't there kind of like almost, I don't know, a fine line where you kind of almost kind of want to push them a little bit to do something? Or is that more just like introducing them? If they don't like it, move on to something new.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say that that's where it's a all this stuff with parenting. You just should have you shouldn't have a do's and don'ts. You should have all this swath of information, and then you cherry pick whatever is going to work for you and your kid.
Yeah.
Like they should know their kid. If they know their kid needs a little push, then they should. But it's more of a general reminder to say like you can push, but you don't need to push that hard. Like they're gonna let you know. Like I kind of think about like if somebody told me to learn how to play guitar, I never would have learned how to play guitar. But since it was just sitting out there, I like learned it. Like I feel like when kids like something, they go hard. Like do your
Yeah.
kids have like obsessions?
Oh yeah, I see that a lot too. And just obviously being like a school teacher and now administrator, like
Wait, you're
tapping
an
in.
administrator now?
Yeah, I'm an assistant principal.
Are you for real?
I am, yeah. This is my second
And
year.
sorry, what year? Canadian year?
Junior high, so grade 7 to 9.
Oh my gosh, you're seeing the thick of it. Those kids,
Oh yeah, man.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Everybody's like, I don't like junior high. Junior high is the best. Do you think it's the best? That's the best grade.
It
Oh, I guess you probably don't
it's
think of it as assistant principal. Let's just, why isn't the show called assistant principal stuff?
There we go. We could. It's been an interesting, yeah, for sure. My experiences was mainly high school for like 20 plus years, right? And then
Yeah,
so
I
and then
remember.
I moved into that role last year's my second year in that role, and it's been fun. Obviously, there's days that it's a job and it's frustrating as heck. And
Oh, and
the
the
kid,
parents you got to deal
yeah,
with.
I was just gonna say that the kids are great. If you take the teachers and the parents out of the equation, hey
Yeah,
man,
kids are awesome.
yeah. And so I've been kind of exploring with some of the kids like one of the things we had an art teacher that didn't have much art experience last year, and so I have an interest in skateboarding and doing skateboard art and stuff like that. And so I got, a bunch of blank skate decks and the kids just loved it. So like when you talk about those passions, if it just took one little thing and it was like, a handful of kids who generally didn't like art were just so stoked on it. And it
Oh,
kind of perpetuated to this year. I have this one girl because I'm responsible for the grade nines. So like I had the grade eights last year and then the grade nines because we have a couple of administrators that each one gets a grade, right?
oh, cool.
And the grade nines. There's one girl, she's like blasted out 4 skateboard decks in art. Like she just can't get enough.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
awesome.
it kind of goes back to what you were saying, like that obsession piece. But how do they find that as obsession? Do you find it kind of like your job to introduce them to as many different things as you can, or is that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You try. I try to expose them to stuff. My what I try to expose them to is movies
yeah?
and music. That's the thing. But that's cool that you brought in all those skate decks. I'm trying to think, what's my job? Yeah, I am a facilitator, kind of like you're saying. I am assistant principal. My wife's the principal,
There we go.
and
Yeah.
I'm just the assistant.
So how are you with the discipline piece?
I can throw it down. My youngest son has PDA, so he doesn't like somebody telling him what to do or that no, so we kind of have to work around that piece and his physicality and his impulses. So I definitely have two opposite children, which most people can probably test. And also, I will say a disclaimer: I only know how to parent a 5 and an 8 year old. I don't know how to do a junior high kid. I'll learn soon enough. I don't know how to do a high school kid. I don't know an adult parent. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. This is just my observations.
There we go.
So yeah, you're there. You're there to like expose them to new things. Trying my best. Trying my best. Well, how would a Canadian say "trying my best"?
We would say it the same way.
No, you
Try my
guys
best.
always have
Try
great
my
sayings.
best. Try my best, eh?
Hey,
Or
yeah,
just giving her, eh?
giving her, giving her a.
Yeah, just
Yeah, there we go.
giving her my best, eh?
Yeah, I'm always trying to say we kind of have this talk every once in a while, like, hey, what do you want to try? Like, here's a list of every single sport. Here's a list of every single art project. Here's all the music classes. What do you want to try? And sometimes they want to try new stuff, but sometimes you got to push them. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And so, like, do you have a tendency to maybe push them towards things that you're more passionate about? You already kind of said movies and
Oh
music.
yeah,
Is that
of course. But they're doing sports, and I'm not really a sports guy.
right?
So they're trying stuff. They do a lot of stuff that their friends invite them to.
Right.
Like that's the only reason we're playing baseball, and that's the only reason we played soccer. And just like their buddies are like, "Do you want to sign up for this?" And they're like, "Sure."
Yeah, that's what it's about. just being
Sure.
with their friends, hanging out.
I was a hockey player though, and I've tried to get them to skate, and it has not stuck. We've gone skating, they have skates, it just like hasn't. I was a hockey player, I was a skier, I played lacrosse, like none of that is done. They haven't. I bought them a guitar, we have a drum set. Nope, nope, nope. They
Yeah,
like drawing. They like drawing and basically like being having imaginative play.
yeah,
Still, that's
yeah.
like the main jam. They just want to play. So we just like our living room is just like full of toys and they play like Andy from Toy Story.
That's awesome. That's what I kind of been noticing with my, 3-year-old Tyler. Like, yeah, he's just been with Lego and yeah, just doing it. And so
Oh,
I
that's what I'd
forgot
say.
that a little bit with my
They
oldest
love
because
Legos.
yeah, there you go. Do they do
You're saying
any?
you forgot that imaginative play, you're saying.
Yeah, it was just it was just I hadn't seen that in a while with my oldest, right? Because he's really involved with hockey. We went to school, like did like a hockey academy at school, and that was just kind of like our world for the most part. Is like that obsession piece was the hockey and then soccer, more of the sports kind of thing, and not that just being, it was almost that more structure, right? And I forgot that you just need some time just to not to do those things.
Totally.
And it was a good check for me, I think. It's like I'm not like that at all. Like I'm with you. It's like he actually transitioned my oldest who in grade 7 and grade 8. He went to a school that it's called an academy. You could pick a different sports, and then half the day is that sport. So he did hockey for 7 and 8, and then he transitioned out of that for this current year in grade 9. And I was okay with it. At first, I was like, oh, a bit surprised because you were like gung ho with hockey, 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 and then all of a sudden he's like, I want to try something else. Okay, and so I don't want to suggest that I was just like this all about the hockey. I would support him and take him there, but I was also a little bit glad that there's less hockey in my life
Yeah.
because
Well, of all the sports, hockey and figure skating are like the most intense.
yeah, and not only that, it's just like it's cold in the hockey rink.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta
Right.
play summer league.
He does. He plays spring. We actually have a game tonight. I'm one of the coaches for that team, but it's just for fun, just a fun league.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a fun league.
The
I
kids do
you
do drawings like this or what?
Oh yeah, yeah, we do a lot of random monster drawings. Look at that. That's the coloring book drawing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they do a lot of like random play. Oh, is this video? I should have combed my hair.
No, you look good. Yeah.
All right. One thing I do, the one thing I do is when they like are saying I'm bored or I want to do this or I'm washing dishes and I tell them like your job right now is to play. Like that's your job right now. My job is to like do these dishes and feed you and all this stuff, and your job is to play. So go play. Like you're not gonna get that all the time, but right now as a kid, like that's what you're supposed to do. So go do it. Like, sorry, go play Legos and like get moving on it. Like go
Yeah,
outside, run around, get a cardboard box.
it's important, right? Like, and the research shows, not that I read like a ton of research, but I see things kind of, and you hear things,
Yeah,
obviously being in the school system about that. And it goes back to one of your quote unquote dues, like with the wrestling stuff. I remember reading an article, maybe it was the same article you read about, the importance of that. And it's like, oh yeah, because we do a lot of that. And it sounds, and
yeah.
sometimes I wonder, I'm like, is this okay when my 3-year-old's like whacking my 14-year-old?
Hey, as long as everybody's cool with it, like,
The one thing that I gleaned out of that article, and this is a couple of years ago that I read it, was that they get to know their limits then, right? In
yeah,
terms of that. It's like, okay, I could punch this hard, but and it's the same thing in a playground. They know the limits in terms of the height and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's interesting in the fact of like the social media piece too, right? And that a lot of kids are just kind of I'm not sure if that's kind of something that's in your world. Do you let them on social media? Do you let
I
them
told
kind
them they
of,
can have a phone when they're 16. That's what I
yeah,
told them. So they I think they know what it is. I'm totally off of it now. I got off of it. I've been trying to get off of it forever and Neil, the other guy in the band, runs all the band social media. So I'm grateful for that I can be done with it. But they'll have it at some point, right? It's a part of life now.
yeah, yeah.
So
How
it,
how come you left that? What is that?
why did I leave it?
Yeah.
I was compulsive about it. It was like control. I have like compulsive behavior. I'm like an addict, so I was like I couldn't just do it and shut it down. I was like checking all the time, especially like band account. It like got obsessive for me. So I needed that peace of mind of just like being like out of it. And I would like get on cycles, like that algorithm stuff is real. Like you get into a flow and it just like feeds you kind of like it is a doom scroll. So I'm grateful that I have people that can kind of handle at least the business stuff, but I don't need it for anything else. So it's just the business stuff, and we kind of talk about what's going to go up there, but I'm not the person like facilitating it because I just I've I've learned my lesson that I'm not a good boy. I can't handle it responsibly.
There we go. I recently too got rid of my like personal account, like especially Instagram that, and then I still have the Rad Dads account.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. I just read an article today. In Manitoba, the premier there is looking at banning it for kids. Social media and AI
Okay.
chatbots actually.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've paid attention to some of that stuff in Australia. Like Australia has banned it for kids as well, and so
Wow.
yeah. And then the federal government here is having that conversation as well. So just super interesting times with that.
Something's amiss.
Yeah, something's afloat. There we go.
Manitoba taking the stand. Who would have thunk?
Yeah, Wab Canoe. There we go. That guy's awesome.
Wait, what's his name?
Wab Canoe.
Wab Canoe. That's a great name.
Yeah. He sang on a propaganda song. I don't know if you know. Anyways,
Really?
yeah, back in the day.
Wow, that's cool. Is he a musician as well?
No, I don't think so. I think he was just
He
kind
just
of
sang
was,
on the song.
yeah, it was just yeah, it was involved in that scene, I guess.
That's cool.
Being a punk rocker in NDP. I don't know if you follow Canadian politics, but yeah.
No, well, I really I'm kind of off I'm paying attention, but barely.
So how has kind of having two kids kind of changed you? Has it changed having a second? The last time we
Oh,
talked,
totally. In the best way.
yeah.
The second kid is cool because you already kind of have that hardwired information going on. You don't have to like relearn. You kind of you figure out how much stuff you already know, which is wild. But then they gotta, at least my two kids, they're buddies with each other. So it's, um, it's kind of like a package deal. They almost don't like being alone sometimes. Like, I'm like, okay, it's okay to like just be like dad and you. They're like, oh, where's the other guy? What's happening?
Yeah. There we go.
It's been fun to have it more of like a package than a single thing. But everybody's got their own like family that happens. But for me, and also we were two and done. Like I grew up in a family of three, and my wife grew up in a family of three, and I grew up thinking I was gonna have like four kids or something like that. But I got two, and I was like, and we're done. Snip, snip, Brian.
Snip, snip. Why? It was just enough for just lots of different
It
things.
just felt right. Just
Yeah.
felt right. Just was
Nice.
a feeling. What about you?
Well, I have two and
Two and done?
quite the age gap, right? Let's just say that the second one wasn't planned, but he's
Sure.
definitely a welcome
Yeah, no doubt.
addition. So 14 and 3, so it's kind of cool to see that relationship for sure. So my
Yeah, that's
oldest really really is really stoked on being a big brother, and right now we're undergoing what my son, the oldest, says is called Project Gretzky. So it's mini sticks and cross-checking and body checking galore in my basement
oh
anytime.
my gosh.
Yeah. So when you come at the in June, bring your mini stick. We could have so a mini
I
stick
we
tournament.
do have now. Do you guys call it mini sticks? We used to call it knee hockey.
Mini sticks is the term
Mini
that the
sticks
kids use. Yeah,
is the proper terminology.
maybe up north it is.
We used to use a hacky sack as like a ball. What do you guys use for a ball? Like a foam ball?
There's actually you can buy sets now. You can like go to the hockey like where they sell hockey equipment, like sports
Yeah.
store, and they have like mini nets. They have everything. They have special balls that they've done
I've
it.
seen the mini nets. We have them. My kids use it for like different stuff, but like they're so sweet. I love it.
Yeah, so they have
We
I
used to
don't
play
know.
it playing hockey like in Like when we were at a hotel, we used to play it in the hallways, like 20 kids in there playing. I can't believe they didn't like shut it down, but we were so noisy. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that game.
They still do that, but there was actually a lot of the hotels, at least from my experience, because usually we go out 2 or 3 tournaments a year, and it's
Yeah.
like specific before like no mini sticks in the halls, otherwise your
Oh, they've
team
shut it down.
yeah,
They've
otherwise your
shut it
team will
down.
be kicked out or charged or something. It's pretty funny. And then they also have these things called like mystery sticks here that kind of are really, really
Oh,
popular. And so it's as maybe in a toy store, you know how they have those like mystery things, like whatever it happens to be, like Lego figures, right? Mystery
yeah.
mini, and you open it up and they do that for these hockey sticks now.
Oh, like a different team or something on the logo or
Yeah, it's like,
something.
yeah, exactly. So it's like $30. It's like I'm $30 for this plastic stick, and kids collect them and stuff like
Now,
that. So it's
is
quite
the
the
ones you guys play with the hard plastic? Like we used to like put them over the stove and like bend them a little bit, like you got a curve to it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Did
yeah,
you have
yeah,
those kind of
totally.
sticks?
Yeah, they don't do that. They're basically like these mini sticks now, or like look like composite sticks. I don't know if you play hockey.
Really?
Yeah, like they look like I was like, this is crazy. Yeah, they've
So
got a
they're
far
like,
away, Brian. There's far away. I might have to pick you up a mystery mini stick and deliver it to you in a minute.
all right, maybe I need it. Yeah, because I've got the old school thin plastic ones.
Yeah, they're still kind of plastic, but they look. Yeah,
They
they've.
look like the composite sticks.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. And kids trade them and stuff like that. At least on his hockey team, they do. It's
wow,
fun.
they're trading
Yeah,
sticks.
it's quite the endeavor.
It's like the
Whoever,
new Pokemon cards.
yeah, totally. Whoever kind of thought of that idea, here is a plastic stick that probably cost them like $2, if that, to manufacture, and they're
Yeah.
selling them for about $35. Like, why can't
Wow.
I think of something like that?
Well, someday the
Yeah.
pot will take off.
There we
It
go.
already has in my heart.
There we go. Thank you. You don't
I
know how
kind
much
of
that means to me.
I think about that too. I'm always like, how come this can't happen to me? Let's go. Let's go. What
Yeah,
am I doing
exactly.
wrong?
Exactly. So let's talk about the fact that you guys are coming here and you got a whole bunch of new stuff coming up, and do you want to chat about? I think a new album. Like, you got
Yeah,
any
we
kind of
got a new
show
TV
or
we got a new season of our TV show called Oh Yeah, Heck Yeah. It's on YouTube for free to watch. I don't know when this is coming out, but the episodes are rolling out. There'll be 5 total episodes. You can watch their like sketch comedy and a new music video from us in each 10-minute episode. And then along with that, we have all the songs from the show that we put out as an album. So it's Oh Yeah, Heck Yeah Season 2. And we self-produced it ourselves and paid for it and put it out. We shopped it around and nobody picked it up. So we're like, let's go. We're doing it ourselves. And yeah, we're playing a bunch of shows. We're playing up at the St. Albert International Children's Festival. Such a long name. Too
yeah,
long.
too long. Yeah.
It's too long. We're playing too many shows. That's all I'm going to say. Too many shows. And I look at it. We're playing one late night show for the parents who want to kick a couple back and sing to Cat Party. That's what we're doing.
There we
And
go.
then, and it's good to be back up in Canada. And we're
You
going to go to the Edmonton Mall again, like we always go to, and buy some jeans or something. I don't know.
or mini sticks.
Yeah, maybe we'll buy some mini sticks.
Sport check. Buy some. There we go. That's good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, definitely going to see you on the evening show. Might have to check up, bring the 3-year-old to one of
All
the other
right,
shows.
let's
Always a
go.
pleasure to kind of see you guys. We were supposed to have a tent. We had a tent last year, Rad Dad's tent, and it was a lot of fun. But we just, again, the bandwidth amongst Brett and I was
I get
limited.
it. Well,
So,
it's happy you engaged with the festival at all, you know? So,
no, that was because of you. You made that connection, and then, yeah, we've been kind of stoked on that. Troy too. Now we have a kind of a relationship and a friendship with Troy. You know Troy, right?
yeah, that's
Yes,
great.
he's the man. He's the man.
He's the man.
There we go. Okay, Brian, last question. Any words of wisdom or any last thing that you want to say to all the rad dads out there listening?
I want to say to all the rad dads listening, new or old, you don't have to change just because you have a kid. I remember reading this book, and there's all these weird expectations that you're going to be somebody different when you have a dad, but no, you stay the same. If you're going to shows, bring your kid to shows. If you're going to sports games, go to sports games. If you're a camper, keep camping. That's all I want to say.
Perfect. Love that.
Keep being you.
That's epitomizes what Rat Dads is about, and just being involved and being letting them be involved in your life, right? And not
Yeah,
losing yourself. I appreciate that.
that's it. Let them fly their freak flag.
There we go. Okay, Brian. Thank you.
Peace. Bye, Christian.